You know, life is strange. It's hard. It's confusing. It's frustrating. Recently, I've been what it feels like going in circles at every every direction. I go one direction. It's the same things over and over again. Now, one thing that I'm starting to understand is that a good portion of that is due to me. You know, at first it was like, okay, cool. You're making mistakes and you're not really seeing the patterns. But once you recognize those patterns and then you continue to make those same decisions, those same bad decisions, well, then it's like, okay, so where am I going wrong? I feel like I'm getting to a point where I'm really starting to grasp that you need to just take things out of your life and you need to replace them with other things. I keep trying to add positive things in, and then I sprinkle a little negative in. I'm like, you know what? Let me see if I can do this negative thing, and maybe I can keep doing the positive stuff too. But that hasn't been working. It seems like if you want to make actual change, like you know that there are certain things that you should not be doing, that you continue to do, that aren't helping you progress. That's something that I've been dealing with, something that I've been trying to change. Now, all it takes is one step. You know, no one's perfect. You're not gonna get it on the first try. You're not. You might not even get it on the 100th try. But the most important thing is to not give up. And I've given up on myself a couple of times. Well, almost. You know, like it got to a point where, I kept making the same mistakes, and I'm like, okay, cool. I don't trust myself at all to even try anymore. So I got to a point where there was a period where I was like, all right, cool. I just don't care. But I don't know. Something keeps, in a sense, bringing me back. Even if I want to fully give up, something is like, nah. Like, that's not you. That's not a part of you. That's not something that can happen. Like, there's something more to you. There's something more important. There's something that you just cannot run away from. And I feel like at some point, like if you feel that way, if you're like, yo, like I'm trying to low key, I'm trying to give up, but some keeps pulling me in, some keeps reeling me back in. Well, at that point, you gotta flow. Like if you feel like you're meant to for something more, okay then. You gotta stop making excuses at some point. And like I said, it's tough. Even now, I still don't have pretty much any of it figured out. Like it's really just trial and error every single time. But every single time that you do fail, well, you learn something from it. Honestly, I didn't even want to make this video at all. Like I don't know. It's not that I can't. It's more so out of fear that I won't be consistent with it. I've made videos in the past, but none of them have been consistent. Like I'm really just doing this for a sense of like consistency. I'm trying to build trust with myself again. Like like I said, it starts. You gotta start small. Truly, like pick up a book, read it for legitimately. You could do 10 pages, 5 pages, even just every single day. Like, and it's not really about how much you do. It's about you doing that thing every day. You telling yourself, "Yo, like you can do that." And obviously, like you just have to make time for those certain things that you want to do. If it's something creative that you want to do, well, you got to make time for it. Like I said, even if it's 1 page, maybe you want to get better drawing. Maybe you, I don't know, get a coloring book, color in the lines, do one of those. Like it's you got to start small though. That's one thing I'm trying to learn, and that's also why this video doesn't really have like there's no prompts or anything. I was just like I gotta come try again. I gotta come see if I can stay consistent with this. I mean, I think it's cool. I like making videos. Obviously, the purpose of these videos is to help people. I want to help in any way I can. I think that's really the main thing. Like, I don't really care if anyone sees this. Honestly, truthfully, if one person saw this, it would make my day. It would mean everything. Like, it's essentially like if I saw one person randomly on the street and I started talking to them just about life, like that would make my day. You know what I mean? Um, yeah, like I said, this isn't gonna be a long vid. I just want to come on here and try, just yap, just see where my mind takes me. And yeah.